So the file menu requires base development system. The file menu contains items used for basic file operations such as opening, closing, saving, and printing files. We can also access items for opening, closing, saving, and creating LabVIEW projects. Some menu items are available only on specific operating systems with specific LabVIEW development systems. When an item in the Project Explorer window is selected or when a VI is selected. So the first item, new VI, creates a new blank VI. The new selection launches a dialog box from where we can create blank VIs, templates, controls, and lots of similar objects. So the next item is open, and you can use it to open existing VIs, controls. You can use the shift key to select multiple items between two selections, or you can use control to select individual items. Also note that if you are selecting a VIT, which is a template, or a CTT, which is a control template, then LabVIEW retains the template extension when you save it. To use a VI based on a template, use the new dialog box which I showed you little while ago. So the next option is close, which closes the file that you use this option on, and if there were some changes that needed to be saved, a confirmation dialog box will appear. Then there is another one which is close all, and if you use this one, then LabVIEW will close all the VIs, that all the objects, VIs and templates, etc., that were open. Next, if you have a project open and you have several items open from that project, then you can use close all at this project to close all open files in the currently open project. Next item is save, and as the name says, it saves the VI if you have made changes to it, and if you have a VI that you have not saved before, a dialog box will open up which will ask you for a name for the VI and a location. Further, you can do the same thing, you can achieve the same functionality from but programmatically, if you go to this method here, specify the inputs, and then you can save. Next is save as, which as the name applies helps you save the VI or create a new copy of it. If you are calling this from within a project, then you get this dialog box which allow you to create an unopened copy of the LabVIEW project, or you can rename the LabVIEW project on the disk, or you can duplicate the LabVIEW project file and its contents, including all dependency, or select contents to copy. Next we have save all, which as the name says, saves all the files, and if the files are unsaved, will ask you for a place to save them, a folder and a name. If you are working from a project, then you have this option available, which is save all this project, which will save all the files currently open from the currently worked on folder. Next option is save for previous version, which lets you save for a version that came prior to your version. Like for example, you want to give your project to someone who has a later version of a former version of LabVIEW, and they need to work on their version saved files. Next option is revert. If you have made some changes to your VI, then this option is available, and as the dialog box warns, reverting will discard all changes to add VI. Are you sure you want to discard the changes? Also, you can do the same thing by using this method of the VI, which is revert VI. This achieves the same objective. Next option is available from the project window, and that option is create project, and as the name suggests, it lets you create a new project which you can select based on a template from create project dialog box. When the dialog box appears, you can select the desired framework and then click next. The next option also available from project window is open project, which lets you select a project that you had previously saved using LabVIEW. Next option is also related to the project window, and that is save project. It saves the project, and if you are saving it for the first time, then it will ask you for the location and a name for the project. So the next option is also related to project, and which is close a project, and as the name says, it will close the project and ask you if you have some unsaved changes in the VIs before closing them. So the next option is page setup, which lets you set options for printing VIs, templates, or object documentation that we want. The next and related option is print, which let us set the properties for the VIs or multiple VIs to whether to save the front panel or block diagram or VI documentation, whether to save it as a print to a printer or HTML file, to a rich text format RTF file or a plain text file. And if we have then different options, whatever we have selected before. Next option is print window. This window lets us print the block diagram if we have launched it from the block diagram, and front panel if we have launched it from the front panel. And also if we have launched it from the block diagram, it does not print hidden sub-diagrams in event case, event structures, or stacked sequence structure. Next we have VI properties window, which let us set the properties of various categories for the current VI. Then we have from the project, we have this option recent projects, from which we can click and launch recently worked on project. Next door is recent files, from which we can select and launch any VI that we have worked on recently. And last is the exit, which let us quit the LabVIEW. And if there are some changes which have not been saved, then LabVIEW will ask you one last time if we want to save it or not, and then LabVIEW will quit. Thanks for watching.